Hello, is the Sinister Gambling here with a new video, and in this video, I want to be going over the GTA Online community update, first details on the December update, new community challenges, and more, from November 1st, 2024, but yes, starting off with this first image here. This might end up being a new vehicle here. I believe I have seen people mention it does kind of look like the Banshee, which, yeah, think about it, it does kind of have that, like, look with the vents and stuff, I think. So people are saying this seems like it will be a new kind of Banshee or something. So that's pretty cool. I'm not really the biggest car guy, but I can see that personally. From what I've used of it, the Banshee is definitely a vehicle I've kind of used a good bit, being HSW and everything. And then the building here is actually the Darnell Bros warehouse, whatever, which is actually that building that Lester burnt down in the story mode. You would even do some of the original like heists in like 2015 over here as well. Because obviously, like before, like 2016 and like 2017, before the like game became like modern day basically for the online, it obviously took place like before story mode for like the few years. So pretty interesting that it's gonna be utilized again even after it got burnt down and everything, but like literally fucking nothing pretty much makes sense in this game nowadays of the like weirdly evolving timeline where again the first few years is before story mode, ever since like anywhere from like import export to like gun running especially, then it turned like modern day and shit. It's pretty interesting stuff there. Has property for like sale, like foreclosure, maybe think foreclosure, seems there's somehow going to be able to buy into it or something like that. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like a one location property kind of thing, like the Dunk Casino Resort, or like what. Seems pretty interesting though, how that's going to be being utilized again. And then going into the first set of stuff, it's kind of just a bunch of overview stuff. First ever time going to North Yankton with that Ludendorff Cemetery Survival. That was definitely pretty fun stuff. Crazy how fucking GTA Online got more of a Undead Nightmare kind of thing than fucking Red Dead Online ever fucking got. Even Red Dead Redemption 2, the story mode. Pretty fucking sad, not gonna lie, but I mean, it was still pretty cool content. And given last December had the first trailer for the next GTA game, if this somehow ends up being the last December DLC, I really hope they end up utilizing the area much more for next DLC, but knowing Rockstar, they're probably going to disappoint or something. So I'm not really necessarily having high hopes there. And then they obviously highlight a bunch of other content like the Collectible Farm Raid. Pretty fun speedrun content. They actually promote speedrunning it kind of for the career progression, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Bounties, definitely some of the closest content to Red Dead, so I definitely really like that. Pretty funny though that they're mentioning Assault on ATT-16, given they're vaulting that shit next fucking week. They've been way too crazy anymore this current year with vaulting contents. And god, I thought they were already crazy with vaulting contents in 2021. Since like Drift Feed and like Tuners DLC or whatever, but nope. Modes don't even last a whole fucking DLC anymore, apparently. Shop with new law enforcement vehicles, yep, that was definitely pretty cool. Dispatch work, on the other hand, I was hoping it would be more like for the universe, like mission things and everything. So that's kind of disappointed, I would say. Or having like HD universe, like vigilante missions, I feel would have been kind of cool. Fucking. But you don't have to use a fucking police vehicle for them, so kind of pretty disappointing, I would say there. Shadow hits are alright, definitely. Hell yes, they brought back the fucking pizza boy, all that kind of shit. Let's fucking go. Very cool content, reminiscent to the 3D universe for that. Tags, on the other hand, pretty disappointing compared to San Andreas. And then, fucking drift stuff. I could kind of care less when you don't really get the performance upgrades when you do the drifting for free mode. But I mean, it was in the first GTA 6 trailer, I believe, before the Chop Chop ended up fully coming out. Yes. So yeah, I guess that was okay at least. Fucking. And then yeah, the second image here. What is this, like the USS Luxington for like the billionth time or something now, ever since they started using more of like San Andreas mercenaries or something with those like copy paste like security contract like mission, whatever the hell kind of things. I don't know, I do believe this might be the USS Luxington, some kind of mission. With slight joke aside there. Fucking, I noticed there's a Mammoth Tula here, which is pretty interesting. Would be cool if you can also use like some like water bomb kind of thing, like the summer special kind of mission allowed you to do. I don't know, some kind of somewhat unique thing with the Tula, I don't fucking know. But going on to USS Luxington for like a Mammoth Tula seems pretty cool, or whatever you're doing here. But I guess it's going to be that much different than what you already do with San Andreas Mercenaries, I'm not really sure. But yes, quite frankly, the second set of paragraphs here for the exciting new update coming in December will pretty much be the best information I would say to Newswire. Fucking the notorious Darnell Bros garment factory is under new management, as I pretty much showed earlier with that amazing foreclosure and everything. Apparently Pavel is going to be coming back, so that's definitely pretty cool. Fucking Pavel has definitely been pretty useless for me personally ever since we nerfed the hell out of Caprico Heist. I've not really done one since that nerf, since I don't really care to. Once I actually hardcore like grind money again, fucking, I think I'll be definitely doing the Clock and Bell farm raid as my main money. As I kind of said, they actually kind of promote speedrunning and for career progressions. I think that will definitely be my money grind currently. So sorry, Pavel. Your heist kind of fell off, so I hope you become much more useful to update. That's for damn sure. Fucking. And then, apparently former FIB officer turned independent contractor. I don't feel there's necessarily too many characters that could fit in that like role. If they honor the story mode, of course, if it's going to be a familiar contact from story mode and not some like new character. You have like Steve Haynes, fucking, everything kind of suggests that ending C is canon, of course, as you would expect. Where the protagonist took their like revenge and everything and killed everybody off that was like harassing them or whatever. Fucking, pretty sure Andres Sanchez died in that like one like mission with the crazy like standoff with like Mirrorweaver, FIB, IA, all that kind of shit. So yeah, you don't really have a lot of those like FIB contacts left. So the one that kind of would make the most sense would be Dave Norton. I think Dave Norton, if there's a returning one, would be the most sensible choice to be choosing for that role. Fucking. Honestly, I feel no one else really comes to mind much. Cause isn't fucking Agent 14 like the United Liberty Paper person, all like IA and shit instead of like FIB 2? Fucking, what about like Molly like Schultz or something? I mean, she kind of died though, didn't she? Fucking, pretty sure she did. So, yeah, either Dave Norton or probably some kind of new character, I'm guessing. But yeah, independent contractor, whatever. Of course, a Pavel is going to have something with like clandestine infiltration operations. More robbery kind of stuff, like your salvage yard robberies, tuner contents, stuff like that. It seems it's going to be kind of leaning towards. You will be able to do it from a terminal, a computer terminal in the garment factory, or apparently you'll be able to do it remotely from a new app on iFruit. But yeah, if it's a whole new app, that actually does make a lot of sense. They have actually recently introduced a second page of apps for the iFruit on the 9th gen version of the game. I believe when they did the app for the Vinewood Club or whatever, I think they had to do like a page 2, so they still could have to like the settings menu instead of like removing it or something. So having more dedicated phone apps finally or something would not surprise me at this point, since there has been like a page 2 added to the iFruit phone. Or maybe it's somehow for like a contact or something, but it does sound like it's a whole new app on the phone, which is definitely pretty interesting, but still, again, not really surprising, given they did do the page 2 on the phone itself. Summer's DLC will also feature dispatch work missions. As if the dispatch work were already that impressive. You don't even have to stay in a police vehicle, you can really just go in a helicopter, do like any other mission like a headhunter. But I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what they do with new dispatch work missions, I guess, regardless. So cool, I guess. Just not as cool as people would think it would be, I feel, in my opinion. As per usual, of course, you'll have your new rides. Also, as per usual, job creator updates available to do that pretty much every DLC at this point. There will even be new upgrades for the Terrorbyte. So it seems kind of like how they expanded on the Avenger with the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. They will be expanding on the Terrorbyte this time around for another one of those like war stock like property slash vehicle kind of vehicles in the game. So that'll definitely be pretty interesting. I wonder if they'll add even more like weaponry to it, like they kind of did with the Avenger, make it even more useful and stuff as well. Because the interesting thing is they do mention upgrades in plural and not singular. So it does suggest that there would be more than just a collectible scanner. Yeah, surprised they're taking this along for some kind of collectible scanner with all the collectibles they've had in the game at this point, but better late than never. Apparently you'll be able to use a collectible scanner. So I'm not sure if it'll utilize the scanner thing you already have, kind of, where you can scan up players. Because it does suggest there will be new upgrades for it. Like, will you have to pay another fee or something for that collectible scanner to build on top of the scanner that's already on there, or will it just use a scanner that's already like on the vehicle? I wonder, so people might already be good with the collectible scanner depending on like how they go about it. But we'll be able to help with stuff like action figures, movie props, cheese cash, and more. Yo, wait, cheese cash actually. I would maybe actually consider doing those actually with that change, I feel. Because right now with that, like, having to use the vibration, finding the, like, small vibrations you get that aren't really the most noticeable. Fucking, I don't really care to do those currently as it stands in the game right now. So yeah, that would definitely help with making the collectibles easier to find without having to look up a YouTube video and stuff, so that's definitely pretty cool. But curious whatever kind of upgrades they'll consider doing with the Terrorbyte for sure. Since it sounds like there will be more than just a collectible scanner. Third image there just looks to be the Ludendorff Cemetery. With like the zombies and whatnot. Community challenges. Yeah, I think they kind of just have that there because they had a community challenge of that recently. Kind of just go on with the first set of paragraphs. But yeah. For a couple of community challenges with the latest DLC, of course, there was a pizzas one. And then the one involving the image here, of course, it's a cemetery with like 800 million zombies. They suggest there is a new community challenge for November. I think every couple of years they do a heist challenge. 2020, I believe they started a heist challenge. 2022, I believe they also did one, so it only makes sense this year there would also be one. And those do usually unlock rewards for the December DLC. I think they already made mentions that there would be a heist challenge, like when they first released the Bond Hour Bounties DLC. I like the bomb with that newswire. So that's probably what that will be. Is what I would definitely presume. And I think it usually ends up being like a free vehicle. Like I think in 2020 they did like a free Vito like classic. I think it was the classic one, not the modern one for sure. For the Vito Classic, I think it was free for a bit. 2022, I think the Toma Coupe was free for a bit. So if it follows a trend and it is in fact the heist challenge for this year, probably a temporary free vehicle. Probably not Christmassy themed at all, probably just some kind of traditional vehicle. I don't think they really do like Christmas themed vehicles, like to do Halloween like every once in a while. So that would also make sense, going with the trends and everything. This image here, the Vinewood Club Garage. What is that? The property with the like 100 vehicles. That's exclusive to the Plus subscription. That is exclusive to the Plus subscription. Yes. This might be what, like the Payday custom if it's an existing vehicle, not some kind of new vehicle for Benny's here. And I'm not actually sure if this is like some kind of existing HSW vehicle, but whatever. There's pretty much always new HSW vehicles every DLC, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's some kind of new one, but it could very much be some old one, because as far as I've been hearing, there's not necessarily too much in terms of like a new vehicle reveal, per se, in this newswire post. So that's for, again, possibly that one on top. Fucking... But yeah. Fucking experience improvements will pretty much beat all the last of it. But yes, recently they did a new anti-cheat thing. They might just be talking about the battle eye thing. I'm not sure if they're really talking about some other kind of thing. Fucking... But yeah, I've been watching streams from like Guilty Masters, somebody I kind of watch every once in a while, or kind of one of the more frequent ones I watch for a GTA YouTuber. Fucking his streams, or not his streams per se, but like his game still gets fucking crashed, I think, when he goes to public lobbies on average. So that's pretty funny. Even with a battle like anti-cheat, people can still crash your game and apparently and shit. Supposedly the battle eye allows them to do like hardware bans and shit, so I'm not sure if they're considering doing that at some point down the line or what. For people that crash games and shit. Because I gotta imagine that should be annoying as fuck on that platform. They also tacked some kind of shtick with the community guidelines. Like, until y'all actually fucking listen to in-game reports and shit, which I don't think they even do shit about in-game reports. I've even heard reports of people using like Rockstar support, even saying like video evidence, and they still don't do stuff about it. I feel it's mostly like a PR kind of thing. I don't know if they actually usually do that much with it per se, though. Fucking. But yeah, definitely would be better off, of course, for these public lobbies to be more enjoyable rather than a fucking wasteland like on PC with them being crashed with public lobbies and shit. I hear it's even like a bot that fucking goes into like a whole bunch of public lobbies or something. That does some kind of like command thing or whatever the fuck to crash the lobbies. I don't play on that platform, but again, apparently it's something like that. And then more updates and enhancements on the way. Apparently body armor stock will automatically refill when you launch missions for next DLC, so that's going to be pretty cool. Fucking new updates to the club. That goes into that image there for the how special works, Benny's original motor works. And that's a fun suggestion I would like to make. Hopefully they do more new Benny's vehicles. It's been like 2 years since the last Benny's vehicle. It's definitely been 2 years since the last Benny's vehicle, I'm pretty sure. They already have a Monitech combined with HSW, so Benny's combined with HSW. Having like a hybrid HSW Benny's. Like they had like a baby with each other or something would be pretty fucking funny. I feel, not gonna fucking lie. Make it happen, damn it. Especially if they're both the characters gonna be in that property and shit on the 9th gen version of the game. Fucking drift upgrades as well apparently will be able to be done there as well. Kind of makes sense because you can do drift and house in the same location already with Alice car meet. So since house is going there, it makes sense you would be able to drift over there as well. And then, pretty sure it's that last paragraph over here for the last of like the few different sections of paragraphs. There is still more to come. Of course, there's just the usual stick of the weekly special events and bonuses. So the event weeks, obviously. Festive celebrations could just be referring to the recent ones. Or obviously there will be December ones, of course, like every other year, surely. Gift surprises. Kind of just goes on with that stuff, I would say. And finally, apparently they're going to be bringing the much... Finally, yes, they will be bringing the much requested PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS features over to the PC platform, apparently. This has kind of already been hinted indirectly and unintentionally, I'm pretty sure, as well. When they did that Battle Eye anti-cheat update up here or whatever, when they first released it, I think early on, they accidentally had a bunch of like empty game folders. One already actually ended up happening super recently, a couple days ago, which was like Red Dead Redemption on PC. I believe there's like empty folder for that. And I think what Battle Eye happened in like late August or early September. There's other hints I'm pretty sure I'm aware of to that being a real thing or whatever. But yeah, and then of course they eventually officially made the announcement early October. So yeah, kind of hearing about that shit apparently like a month ahead of time or whatever because of like them accidentally having empty game folders that lead to a couple upcoming PC projects. The next one was GTA 5 Gen 9, I'm pretty sure was what it was called. Which, yeah, they did they mentioned that, like, way before, I believe, like, the 9th gen version ended up coming to consoles, that they would do it to PC. Some reason they mentioned that, like, way back in, like, 2021, like, 2022, I believe, and didn't go through with it. Like, what, did they not fucking remember their fucking games of fucking mob, not mob, like a modding infestation on, like, public lobbies and shit? Even still, like I kind of mentioned with examples, or at least one example anyways. So I'm not sure if they finally thought of much of a way to, like, fix it, like, once and for all, or for the most part, when they do eventually come out with that version. I wouldn't be surprised of how botched the public lobbies are on that version, if it's, like, a whole new, like, executable, or, like, whatever. I think they're usually .exes for sure, so yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if it's, like, a whole new executable for, like, the Gen 9 version. You might even have to pay for the game again for, like, the upgrades like you did on the consoles as well. Would not be surprised with that. And then there was a third empty game folder, and it was called Project Americas, which I'm pretty sure is a code name for Grand Theft Auto 6. Which, yeah, the empty game folder leak pretty much confirms that, apparently. Because I think that was a leak from, like, a while ago or something. Maybe even, like, years and years back or something for that one or something. Because obviously GTA 6 has obviously been worked on well before. Probably they even made that first trailer public and everything. Everything, yes. But yes, PC apparently will finally be getting those, like, HSW vehicles and everything finally next year for 2025. It's looking like, holy hell. They promised it, like, so long ago, it was just not happening. Apparently PC players are actually going to be getting that soon. But yes, I think that is finally going to be it for this stream. Or, not stream, but this video, yes. Hope you... I don't think I really have anything else to mention here, to be completely honest. I thought I had some nice topics to mention and everything for all the reading here and everything. So I think that's definitely going to be it for this video here. Hope you enjoyed.